Hi there, this is Aeolian. Welcome to my YouTube channel. This week we're doing something really interesting. Instrument called Hulusi. It's a Chinese instrument. I have two of them. I bought them when I was in Shanghai a couple of years ago. This one's kind of bollocks, but this one sounds great. So I'm going to put this one down. And before I do anything, let me just play a little bit of it for you. Kind of an interesting sound. I mean, I love this instrument. It's kind of a mellow sound. It is a Chinese instrument, as I said, and the actual word Hulusi means silk gourd because of the mellowness of the sound. Very often reed instruments can be harsh, and this one's quite mellow. It's kind of akin to a clarinet kind of sound. It's an ethnic instrument. It comes from the sort of southern part of China, sort of that trough between Myanmar and Vietnam, the Yannan province. It sort of comes from that area. It comes in different shapes and sizes. This is a very common version of it. Let me show you a bit closer here. There are three pipes. This pipe on this particular instrument is dud. It doesn't do anything. It's just for show. But on some of the bigger instruments, this pipe is also a drone pipe. This pipe here is the drone pipe that I have. And it's got one hole, which basically just allows you to stop the drone. And this pipe in the middle, you can see there, has 6 holes, plus also a stop pipe at the back. So let me go ahead and play this now with the drone closed. And I close it by just closing that hole there. And it sounds like this. So let me go from the bottom. You're in F here, so the lowest note here is F, and it's a pretty standard. It's a major scale. But what is interesting is, okay, so that's just a standard F scale. Now when you open the drone, the drone is actually in D, which is a very odd choice for a drone, you would think. So all of a sudden now you're not hearing this in F major anymore. I'm hearing this in D minor, but starting on F. So starting on the third of the minor scale. There being your D, where both notes are the same from both tubes. And it's weird because it's also not a D Dorian mode, it's a D Aeolian mode because you've got the B flat in there. That's quite an interesting sound because you're getting the drone pipe on the D above, and your main pipe is only starting on the F. So imagine you're in a minor mode and you're only starting on the third step of the scale, in this case F, if we're in D minor. So it gives it an interesting tonality, an interesting sound. And you can go and check out my episode that I've done on modes. Very helpful understanding how some ethnic instruments work harmonically speaking, and also jazz. When you approach it from a modal perspective, it makes it a little bit easier to understand and comprehend. So I advise you to go and check that episode out. Getting back to this guy, now assuming we're in a D minor, let me play this again for you. So yeah, interesting tonality there, and this is why we love ethnic instruments, because there's always something fucking quirky about them, which you're gonna love. Try and get that sound out of a Western instrument. It just forces you to do weird shit. I love it. The resonator here is a gourd, basically just a pumpkin shell that, you know, that's been hardened and dried and emptied out and what have you. And it's one piece. This one's exactly the same, slightly bigger. I've seen these things as big as kind of that, with much bigger gourds. So a really cool sound. I'm going to show you some sessions I did back at my place in Mexico, coming up here. And after that, we're going to look at this, the track that those recording sessions were from, which is from my Los Ancianos album. So that's coming right up. Okay, so now let's have a listen to the track from the album, and how it actually ended up. The actual take that ended up in the album, sadly, is not in the video. That's why it's not exactly the same. But you can hear a little bit of the process of me getting there. It's from my album that I released last year called Los Ancianos, and the track is called Sundarban. And you can hear this instrument in all its glory in this track. I hope you enjoy. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that. And I hope you enjoyed this episode on the Hulusi. It's a super interesting instrument. You can find it here. A place like Lark in the Morning up in San Fran sells them online. I'm not sure for how much, but they're not terribly expensive. Maybe even on Amazon, you know. I mean, it's just a really interesting, cool instrument to have around. So go and pick yourself up one and let's do this. And please subscribe, please like, share, and please leave comments. If you know more about this instrument than I do, which is very likely, please let me know. I'd love to hear about it, and we're always learning. I'll catch you next week. Okay, try this again. Clappity, clappity, clap, clap, clap. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. No, let's try that again, you fucking dillweed. Should I just do the whole intro again? Answer yourself. Let me do one more. We're always learning. I'll see you. Fuck off.
Puss. Hello. 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 Hello.
What do you want to say?
The fuck? What was that?
That's... Oh, fuck, where's my piano? Forget it.
Sucks. Fuck it.